Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. It's my last day of the work week before the weekend starts. Kind of flew by in a way, or maybe it did. But yeah, I'm on my break, headed to lunch. Thought I'd hop on here real quick. And as if you see the caption, that's a reference to our store hours. And the reason why I put that is because this morning I get in at about 11:30. Me and my coworker, we get in at about 11:30 and do the count, get some stuff ready for the store. And usually, I don't open the doors until noontime, even if though we're in there, even if we're just chilling or whatever. I mean, I need, my headspace cleared and stuff and relaxed before I start the business day. I'm not ready to see customers like right away. I mean, this sign says 12 to 8, for today. And so my coworker came in. I was letting him in. And as he was coming in, this customer had already pulled up and actually almost ran over my coworker. Fucking douchebag. Not my coworker, of course, the driver. And so the guy gets out. This is an old dude. And so I get my coworker in, gets in and lock the door. I mean, the guy looks like he's still just getting out of his car. And I had already left. I went to the back because I had to print out some stuff and look at some paperwork stuff. And, well, first actually, I have to rewind that a bit because I saw the guy approach the door and he's like, boom, boom. His hand is on the door handle and he's like trying to open it. It's locked. And I look at him and he looks at me and I'm like, 20 minutes, dude. And he's looking at me. I'm like, 20 minutes. I don't know if you hear him. I'm like, we open at noon, and I'm pointing at the hours. We have the hours on our store. It says 12 to 8. And he's looking at me and I'm just like, yeah, we don't open yet. Come, wait or come back, whatever. And I just turn around and then I turned around and went back. And I don't know if I could put this on a thing, but my coworker said that when I left, the guy was at the door and he was just like this for 2 minutes, just fucking cracked me up. It's like, that's not going to get you into the store any sooner. If you want to sweat your ass off out there for the next 5-10 minutes, be my guest. But or go in your car where it's air conditioned, whatever. I don't know what he needed so much at that time. I mean, if he needed cigarettes, there is a convenience store right across the street. I mean, I know you're there already. I don't even know if this guy's a regular. I don't recognize him. Maybe he is a regular, whatever. But that doesn't even matter to me, I've had people complain about something and it'll be like, I've been shopping here for 30 years. I don't give a shit. If you've been shopping at my store for 30 years, then you should maintain the respect, that you have any other time you come in and not pull that entitled fucking boomer shit, yeah, it's great you've been coming here for so long, but now you're going to use that as some kind of tactic for me to be like, okay, well, let me go above and beyond, whatever. And it's I do my best to help my customers and service them and whatever. If you talk to the majority of the customers that come in, I'm sure they'll say how helpful we are and how nice we are and how courteous, and we'll show them whatever pieces or get whatever off the wall for them. But when we have a designated time that we open, I used to work with some coworkers in the past, and they would open the store a bit early, 15 minutes early. They're like, oh, we're here already, we logged in the register, let's open. And sometimes I'd go along with it, whatever. And I kind of got in the habit. And after a while, I thought, no, you know what? We don't open till noon, even though we're here early. I want to, have this time. I put on Midday Oasis. And I just look around the store, maybe straighten some stuff out, whatever. Maybe start my inventory early, or something. But we're just not ready to open yet. And I've had other people come and see that we're closed, and I'll tell them, come back in a half hour, or come back, whenever. We'll be open by afternoon, whatever. And, you usually don't get flack for it. Usually like, okay, But, you know, once in a while you get, you know, a customer like today. He ended up leaving, by the way. I think it was like 10 minutes or so, and he left. It was like, all right, well, whatever you needed to get, I guess you could find it elsewhere, whatever. Like, I mean, it was just obnoxious how much the guy was trying to like pull on the door. It's like, you know, the harder you pull, the more it's just going to be resistant. You know, it's like unless you're the fucking Incredible Hulk or He-Man, you're going to like rip the fucking door off the hinges and shit. But it was hilarious. I mean, it's like, how many times are you going to try to open this thing? Like, and you think like budging and making that sound is going to make me be like, oh yeah, let me get the door for you. Not when it's fucking 11:40, dude. So, fuck that, you know? I mean, this shit is just like annoying as hell. You know, like, get your head out of your asses, people. You know, like, when I come to a store, if I see it's closed, I'm like, oh, okay. All right. You know, and also there's Google, there's the internet. Why don't you folks, like, go online and check the hours? You know, the hours are not the same every day. If you assume that we're open at 10 a.m. because we open at 10 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, that's not my fault. We have an hours thing, and he sees the hours thing, and he's still trying to like, fucking privileged boomer, entitled boomer motherfucker. Fuck you, dude. You know, it's like, you know, like that's gonna make me want to help you even less. And I'm glad glad he didn't come in, because he already, you know, was showing how much of a pain in the ass he is. And then, you know, it would have been interesting if he waited and come in, and then if he would have gave me any lip, I would have just told him to fuck off. I would have. And I would have probably just kicked him out of my store if he was gonna start shit, you know? It's like, take your fucking problems elsewhere, dude. Like, solve your problems on your own, you know? Don't take all your shit in your head that's frustrating you and funnel it into like the direction of one person. That's a very common human psychological trait thing, whatever. I've been guilty of it, but I see it a lot. And usually the reason why people are like that is because there's other shit that they're going through, and then they have to end up taking it out on whomever is in scoping range at the time. I just needed to get that off my chest. So, well, I'm going to be approaching lunch soon, so I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for always checking in and watching my videos. Appreciate the views. My YouTube video got a total of 55,000 views this week, and a good portion of them is because there's one video that I made that went viral that got, I don't know, 26. I feel like half of those views are from this one video. So, and it's a video I can't really even like promote anymore, because the one wrestler was, you know, just was banished from the industry for his sexual assault shit and stuff. And, you know, during the whole Me Too movement, especially in pro wrestling, he was named and outed. And then it's also as a former porn star who appeared at the show, and they had an encounter in the ring. So I'd love to share it, but I feel really weird now if I would, because I don't want to promote that dude. But I'll leave the video up because it's still getting views. I don't know, you know, like, video's like 3 years old, and I mean, it got a ton of views on Facebook too at the time. But regardless of that, I am appreciative of all the views and the recent subscriptions. I'm almost at 150, I think, which is like a big thing for my little old channel, which I'm trying to grow each time in time. It's hot. And I think I could hack sitting out here. Although somebody's sitting at the bench where I usually sit, so I might have to find another bench to sit at. I really don't like sharing space with other people. Sounds crazy, but that's how it is, folks. All right. I love y'all. Oh, one more thing. I put up Luna Wai, my upcoming new EP. That is going to, I have a release date for that for August 13th on all the streaming services. I'm also submitted it to 3 labels: First Class Collective, Oasis Limited, and occasionally Tapes. Hopefully one of them bites the bait. I don't know when and if they'll do it. You know, any of them will accept it for release. I'm just looking for a digital release right now, but maybe a possible CD release of some sort if any of them would consider that. But, you know, at least I'll have it out myself by the 13th. So, all right, folks, I love you all. Take care.